it's kind of just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't give a fuck. Hey you guys, welcome back to Hood Alchemy.
Season 2, Episode 2.
Yep, I'm Ja.
I'm Magenta.
And yeah, we're back. We really is like consistently, well, we're being consistent. We're doing what we need to do for the podcast. We're trying to really keep it up, you know?
Yeah.
And keep it going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like this flow though. Cause I
Yeah.
feel like last year we took a big break, but it was needed. I feel like it was
It was a God's break.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It was a huge break. And I feel like now it's like, okay, like let's get back
I feel like
into
now
it.
we're more responsible.
Yeah. And more motivated because I'm actually
Yeah.
excited to like really talk about it and not like, you know.
Yeah, I think last year was like a hindrance in the conversation, you know?
Yeah.
But we ain't gotta get into
Yeah, we
last
gotta
year.
get into last. So like we was really up until a point it was just like life was just like alright, like yeah. Well, alright.
Anywho. But yeah, we're back again. Episode 2. How was your day? What you do today?
It was chill. I went thrifting this morning. I found like a nice cute outfit in a bag. So that's what I did. I came home and I got ready, came here.
Okay. What you just say? I had class. I started back class. That was kind of cool. But yeah, I started class. We had a welcoming thing at the on Zoom, and then I had my other class at 12. Ooh, I tried to do my hair. That's it. That's all I did. I kind of chilled today. It wasn't like too much today.
Yeah.
It was a chill day.
Yeah, chill Saturday, nothing much going on. Next weekend we outside.
Yeah, next weekend we outside. I don't know if we should videotape that shit.
We could, low key, because we
Yeah.
did good last time we went out. We was vlogging. We did that vlog. We should do like a vlog again.
We might do a vlog. Like
Yeah.
it's not a guarantee, but we might. I'm gonna write it down in my notes.
Okay.
We might. I don't know.
We
If
might
do
get
something
lit,
cute,
be like-
we can go like out to eat.
We should go out some during the day and then go out.
We gonna see.
We gonna
We gonna see. But yeah, next weekend we more outside. Today we inside. Well, I'm inside. I'm chilling.
I'm outside, man.
She got her little thing. She's
Yeah.
trying to be passenger princess.
I'm going to a car meet tonight. I'm really excited because the people who's throwing it, I've never been to their meets, and this meet is not like a takeover. So takeovers is like when they drift in and they go to another spot. This one is like a chill car meet, like everybody pop up with their car, and so
Okay.
I'm excited.
Car meet.
right? To be so.
I mean, I would have went, but I feel like I'm not against going, but it seems like he on some like flirtatious stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if it like be like a third wheel type situation. I ain't trying
Yeah.
to see.
Plus, I would rather go by myself and see what the vibe is like.
He might be flirting.
He might be flirting. I mean, I'm okay with that as long as he don't try to like do no goofy shit. Cause I'm gonna bring a knife.
Anywho, yeah, so she's like gonna be passenger princess out, and I'm just gonna chill inside, enjoy vibes alone, you know.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Might go out for dinner.
By yourself?
Yeah,
That would be cute.
let's take myself on a date.
Yeah.
It's a lot of restaurants over here, so let's get into the conversation before we just drift off into conversations that do not matter, insignificant conversations. We're talking about transitions and how life has been for us. But we're not going to tell you, you know how usually every episode we kind of give like advice, tell them how they can deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this episode, let's just talk about our transitions. Like, kind of, because we said we're going to come back and tell you guys what we've been going through. What's life been like? Why we had to stop the podcast? Kind of get into that, and like speak about like how these transitions have affected us, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's start with the beginning.
Okay. What
Let's start when we first start the podcast.
I'm like, there was so many beginnings. I mean, we started the podcast around this time last year.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really exciting because I think we just got out. We just came back from Miami for the new year, and it was really nice. And then we were so like determined on the podcast, and then we kind of took a break. And then I started working again.
How did we get into this break, sis?
Oh, because I started working again. I wasn't working for a minute, and I started working again. And then that's when we was like, okay, now that you're working, like, we have to actually find time. And then we decided to, like, take a 2-month or a month break, and then we was going to come back in, like, June. And then we just didn't come.
Well, yeah, like, I just feel like I was interested in doing a podcast and, like, wanting to do it, but I didn't want to force it upon you because I had shit going on. So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just take a pause, you know? And then once we took a pause, I kind of just was like...
We got comfortable. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. It was
I just feel like life was happening. Like, I just didn't want to come back to it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I didn't want to, like...
Plus, you was moving. You moved, too, around that time.
Yeah, I moved. And I didn't want to be, like, I didn't want to be enforcing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to enforce doing it. I wanted it to be, like, a free-flowing thing. Like, oh, you want to do it today?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want it to be a thing where I'm like, okay, we're going to do it today. And then we'd be like, no, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, and then podcast is, like, more her thing. Like, I feel like that's, like, your alley. Like, speaking about things and, like, really expressing outwardly. I feel like I'm still learning to, like, do that. Like, we talk about a lot of stuff, and I'm like, damn, I would like to just talk like this on Instagram or, like, social media.
Mm-hmm.
But I just be like, once I'm home, I be, like, studying and stuff. I be creating and stuff. So I don't be thinking, like, oh, shit, let me speak. And then sometimes I do be feeling subconscious on, like, people's opinions about what I think about or, like, how I say it and stuff. So I'm trying to, like, get out of that, like, self-conscious. This is really just me versus me. Like, I know it's nobody against me and thinking down on me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just, like, me thinking, like, you could do it, but it's just coming out of that comfort zone of just doing it. So I feel like this is helping me. Like, this podcast is, like, actually helping me because I have support. So it's nice to, like, we both kind of, like, have similar views and values and stuff. So it's easier to just, like, speak about it than, like, somebody, like, you just speaking about yourself and then thinking, like, oh, shit, did I say the wrong thing? Or, like, did I come off, you know, too aggressive or whatever? Like, I don't know.
Honestly, I think that podcasting is one of the things where I think that is helping more than, like, hindering. Like, of course, people have their opinions about, like, what you're talking about and your opinions to the subject, but it's kind of just like, I don't care. Like, I really don't give a fuck because it's like, what the fuck do you have to say? Like, what can you tell me differently than what I'm saying? Like, I don't really give a fuck what you're thinking, you know? I don't. Like, I feel like the whole thing, you know, the sound on Instagram where the girl be like, oh, you feeling embarrassed about what people think of you is holding you back.
Yeah.
I truly believe that. Like, I don't, like, after I let go of, like, caring about what others people think, it has allowed me to, like, explore different avenues of, like, creations, like podcasting. Like, I'm doing this podcast and then I got my own podcast where I'm just, like, allowing myself to speak, even though I think, okay, I got a little lisp, you know. Sometimes I think I got a lisp. I think I do. Like, every time I hear myself talk, I'm like, it's a little lisp.
But it's not noticeable.
It's not noticeable, but I can hear it. I can hear it. It's
maybe because, like, you're not, like, loud. Like, maybe, like, you don't. Like,
and it's not, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's, like, it's a cute list. It's cute, but it's, like, and then, like, my accent, everything, like, people be always like, oh, my God, like, what you saying? Or, like, they be acting like they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but, like.
Now they always hit you with the where you from?
I'm like,
and I'll be looking like damn, like I know what she be talking about. Maybe because I'm used to.
I don't even think it's that strong no more. When I first came to New York,
it was strong.
It was strong. I used to say G. Like I used to say G. I used to be like I used to say G with everything. Like at the end of every sentence, it was G. In the beginning of the sentence, G. I stopped saying G because it kind of just left my vocabulary. But like. I used to say G all the time. Like, it changed a lot, though. But nonetheless, it's like, you know, you hear yourself speaking. You're scared that people might hear you and have their opinions. But, like...
Yeah, the perceptions and stuff.
Who cares? Like, how else am I going to create unless I just put it out there? And also, Instagram algorithm has been, like, blowing me.
For mad long. Like, what, over a year, 2 years? Like...
I don't know what they did. I don't know what this is, but it's like, unless you're posting like reels with certain songs.
Yeah. Or like having a certain aesthetic to like, you know, to make it like aesthetically pleasing to
Yeah.
watch. And it could be the most simplest thing, like pouring wine.
Yeah, it has to be aesthetically pleasing. It has to be a certain song. It has to be good lighting. I remember on Instagram you could post and people just fuck with it because they fuck with you and they fuck with what you're creating. Now you gotta like do the most just to post on Instagram. And it's like
you gotta be conscious of the content that you're creating. And if you're not in a certain like category, like that what's it is like clicky, like it's not really a click, but you know, like now Instagram has changed so much that like I feel like if you're not in that certain aesthetically pleasing like category, then like people don't really like they fuck with you, but they like I could.
It's not even that people don't fuck with you. It's because Instagram is not pushing your content. Like It's not people don't fuck with you. People just not seeing the shit that you like. People are not seeing it. Like if you look at like even when I look at my engagement went down completely. Yeah. Like, completely. I don't know what happened. And it's like, as a creator, you kind of, like, in this day and age, as a creator, it's kind of hard to network if you're not on social media. Yeah. You can network and, like, go out to events. But even then, that's still not enough. Because you still need the engagement. And, like...
Because everybody's like, what's your Instagram? What's your Instagram?
Exactly.
It's not really like...
And then they go on your Instagram and you, like, 5 likes. Like,
Yo, that is. Like...
They gonna think all your followers fake. Because you got 5 likes and 1,000 followers. Like, I don't know. Instagram is weird right now. So it's been hindering me from wanting to create. But I'm still, like, pushing through it. Like, fuck it. I don't care. I know my shit fire. Even if it isn't getting a certain amount of, like, engagement. It doesn't make it less of
what it is.
Yeah. So I'm like, especially with the podcast, I'm excited to start like putting out content with this podcast and like getting back to the groove of it. But I'm also just like, what if it doesn't get any engagement?
Yeah, I mean that's always in the back. That's always going to be in the back of your head. But I feel like the intentions behind it makes it like priceless because it's like. I feel like when people put out songs, somebody could put out a fire song right now and it don't get like popping to like a year.
Yeah, it take forever.
It take a long time for people to really like take you seriously, to really like really be in tune with what you're doing.
It's like they gotta see you consistently do it.
Yeah, and that's true. Like if you're inconsistent, after a while, people start to like fade out of wanting to be interested in your work.
That makes sense. That's what anything you do.
Yeah, that's what anything. But at the same time, like I feel like if you still have that belief in your system that you're still gonna make it far, no matter like. Don't put like a time step on it. Just do it, and it's like
let's get that shit out there.
Yeah.
But let's get into this conversation about transition.
Okay.
So we talked about the first transition where we stopped the podcast. What happened after we stopped the podcast? Do you want to talk about yours? Do you want to talk about mine? Or do you want me to talk about mine?
You talk about yours. You talk about yours.
So after we stopped the podcast, I moved. It was a temporary moving situation. I love that space so much. Like, it's one of my favorite spaces to this day. Like, if I could go back there.
It was really what you asked for, too.
It was everything I asked for. But it was temporary, and I knew it was temporary. But even with knowing it was temporary, I just really didn't, like, expect to, like, leave so sudden.
Yeah.
So, a situation happened where I had to get out the space, basically, quickly, in 2 days. So
it was, like, it wasn't even a month notice or nothing.
No, it was literally 5 days. Like, I moved out in 2 days, but it was 5 days I found out that I had to leave. So I only had 5 days to get the fuck up out of there. And, I don't even want to talk about my living situation after that. I did go into depth about that in my podcast. I don't even want to go into depth about that here because it's just like, I already talked about it. I don't even want to go back. What I went through, but just know it was not it. That was not it. It was not it. I was really going through it for like 6 months. That's the second part of my transition. I had to move into a situation that was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your second. Let's go to your second part, girl.
I'm not even surprised. My transition, because it's always the same shit.
So is it a transition or a cycle?
It's giving cycle.
The transition is like you're doing something to do something else. This is giving cycle, sis. Love you.
I really have a bad pattern. Like to me, it's so crazy because in my head, I don't think it's bad because like I'm not doing nothing wrong to like I'm not deceiving nobody or like but it's like or like manipulating anybody to get my way, but it's just like shit just be popping up when like
it's more so towards yourself.
Yeah, it's towards myself. I think it's like, okay,
do you want to go in depth? You don't have to go in depth if you don't want to go in depth. Like you just like slightly touch on me.
I'm gonna just lightly touch on it because I'm really trying to do better. I swear.
We'll talk about that in another episode. Patterns. We go into patterns. Man.
Yes. But this transition, like after, like it was good. Like I was working, I was focusing on myself. I was like transitioning to my car journey and stuff like that. And then I met this dude and got a situation with him. And I broke away.
Oh shit!
For the summer, I really thought last year was gonna be like my single, like no niggas in my way, glow up. I really allowed it though. Like I'm not gonna blame the guy. Like majority of things that I did.
Well, we get into patterns. We can go more in depth about that.
Yeah, like accountability and stuff. But yeah, that happened. And it was cool. He's a cool person. Like shout out to him. Like he's a great guy. Nothing. And then a whole nother situation happened. Like it just it feels like never ended. Like what? Like. It's almost embarrassed at this point.
It's okay. Now that you're saying it out loud.
Look, I really should have learned. Like, I really should have learned from the summer niggas. Why?
She's a Pisces, y'all.
With a Taurus Venus. Like, I really be wanting to love.
It's okay.
Yeah, but I really like the second dude. I thought we was fun. We wasn't.
Okay.
Yo, I swear. I just want to say, like, don't do friends with benefits.
Look, we ain't talking about that right now. We talking about transitions. Let's leave it.
Okay, let's talk about transition. So, yeah, that was
break it down into parts. Like it's like first transition, second transition.
Okay,
then
so
like, four transitions this show.
I don't even know, bitch. Was that one? That was good.
Well, I can talk about my third transition.
Okay, you talk about your third.
I also started talking to somebody.
Oh yeah, and that was a big one. I ain't gonna lie.
We ain't gonna talk about that. Just know niggas be lying because I really didn't do nothing wrong in this situation. Other than trust his word.
Yeah,
like, that's literally all I did wrong. All I did wrong was trust that this person was honest.
Yeah,
and that's where I fucked up at. But other than that.
It held you back emotionally, but not physically.
No, I was doing my thing. Like I didn't hold myself back for no nigga, but also I trusted his word.
Yeah, you fell for him. Like you liked him
because he was really giving me. This man was offering to give me his paycheck, and I give him allowance. Bitch, if you let me know if you wouldn't like him too.
Yeah, he was like
he was really like giving, like saying he gonna give me all type of shit that you don't hear men say nowadays. So it was just like I'm kind of feeling this, like. And then when we met, he was just so into me, like it was everything. He was Taurus, like that's why I get fuck with these Taurus.
Yeah,
giving me everything. It felt
real.
Yeah, like it felt like okay, finally, finally everything I asked for. I'm like, you know.
Yeah,
but I'm closer. That's what that means. Like when you meet, I'm learning that the closer and closer you get to the person that you're supposed to be with, each person before them is going to feel like they're not going to be real, but they're going to feel closer to that like standard. You know, you're going to get closer and closer to that standard. That's all. That just lets me know that okay, he's on his way.
Yeah, that's a fact. Cause I do feel like my second dude, like. It was like the guy that I did envision in my head, but like he like there was still so much of him, like so much red flags that he wasn't. It was this one specific piece that I was like, okay, I know for sure I want this in a dude.
Yeah.
And it almost feels like, oh, damn, I got that, but I don't got that, and it's just like, damn, what the fuck, like, you know. But it's all a learning lesson. I feel like it's always a couple of things that like when the dude is not for you, it's always a couple of things that really be something that you want in like your actual relationship. But it just sucks that like you feel like you're in an almost relationship with somebody, but you're not in a like full blown relationship, and that's where it's like, okay, like
yeah, I was in a full blown relationship.
You was, but that nigga was moving.
It lasted
weird.
like 2 weeks.
Literally, like they got together,
and I was like, you know what, nigga,
I'm gonna break it with you. Like
I can't do this. I cannot.
It was turning too fast. Like damn, that just got together.
2 weeks. 'Cause it was like he was doing shit where I was like, okay, I know this is not it.
Yeah. It's not like not normal in a relationship. Like
no, and then it's like if you really wanted a relationship, why are you moving like this? Like clearly you don't have like our attachment styles don't match.
Yeah.
And I ain't chasing nobody.
Facts. Cause I feel like most of the time, like you really sincerely like this nigga.
Yeah. And I thought he sincerely liked me. We was talking about serious things.
Yeah.
But he just had a different attachment style. Like I think he wanted it like a girl that can understand. Like okay, he might be distant someday.
Yeah,
I'm like that. I'm not like that.
But he was really. I feel like he runs away from deeper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I don't got time for that. I'm not being patient with you.
Mm-hmm.
You need to figure it out. You're grown as shit. You better man up.
Yeah.
Man up. Say what you really feel. Like, say what's really going on. Stop telling me every day, oh, you're so beautiful. Say what you really feeling. Like, what's really going on.
Yeah, like, don't try to, like, gaslight it or overshadow.
Yeah, like, say what's really happening.
Yeah, and just be honest with yourself. Like, what type of woman that you really want as well.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not that.
Exactly. If you see that I'm, like, I'm the type of person who want to communicate everything. Like, I want to talk about everything. If you don't want to talk about everything, why you with me? And he's a Taurus and I'm a Capricorn. You would think that would make sense. Like,
it would. I feel like it's all about equilibrium.
But yeah, like, anywho, let's not talk about that. We're talking about transitions. So, yeah, I got into a 2-week relationship. It didn't last, blah, blah, blah. 4th transition. I moved. Yay. Again.
Now, you deserve this space.
But
it's
this
so cute.
Space, yeah, this space is everything. Yeah. I love this space.
I think it's better than your last space. I think the difference between this and your last space is how everything is set up.
I think that this is cute, like it's cute, but it's not comparative. Yeah. Like that last space was like really it. Like it was it.
Yeah.
But this space is it too. Like they're both it. Yeah. That space was it.
Yeah.
Like they're both it.
I think the last space just had like a different setup.
Yeah, I like the setup more. I like the brick.
Yeah, the brick too.
I love the exposed brick. I liked how they had the loft space.
And the building was nice too. The building was very lofty type.
And this building nice too.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's cute. But anywho, it's just, you know.
It looks like you though. It looks like you.
Yeah, it's a nice space. I love this space. So I moved again. Oh, and I forgot to mention in the second transition, I'm in school.
Oh yeah,
I'm in school.
Yeah, get her master's.
Yeah, this master's.
Shit.
I don't know how I'm doing it, but I did it.
I'm doing it. It almost feels like you're not in school. I'm like, this bitch went back to school.
So let's talk about like how, well, not even how to deal with them, but like what kind of transitions bring into your life, and like have you like how does your transitions actually make you feel, and like how did it make you change as a person?
Okay, so for sure, I feel like this experience, my recent experience, really just made me feel. Because I feel like in the experience, I was lowering my feminine energy. Like I feel like I was like lowering parts of me because I was like. It was like, yo, we were talking about attachment styles, and I know it's like a new thing now. And even though it's been out for a minute. What, attachment styles?
They can talk about this in therapy forever.
Yeah, for a minute. But I feel like I think because now that we're in our, it's crazy how in our 20s, like, we learn new shit.
Oh, we getting old. We are like, we in our early 20s. We some old hoes.
But we still young. Nah, I ain't in that old.
We're not young. We're not old. We're just living young.
Yeah, we're definitely more mature.
We're way more mature. Our frontal cortex is finally developed.
Yeah,
you know, this is it.
Yeah, facts. So at this point, we gotta just like really look deeper than the surface level. And but I feel like this transition though, like from my recent, I feel like now I'm actually slowly getting into who I am, is like really becoming the dream woman that I want to be. Like I was holding back on like even my style. Like I wasn't buying clothes. I was like really like just like, oh, whatever, like I have what I have. And now like I actually bought clothes, and that really helps me because it's like I get to like exert, like it's like self-expression, and it's showing like the feminine side of who I am naturally, you know. And it's like that also opens a portal to like your boundaries. Like I'm actually setting boundaries with myself and really like coming to.
And I personally feel like you cannot really set a standard for yourself or like really know. You cannot really like set standards unless you know like how you're presented into the world. I truly believe like how you present yourself into the world is how people are going to like interact with you.
Yeah.
And it's like, as sadly as it sounds, like of course you would want people to just automatically respect you simply because you're human.
Yeah.
But it's like a lot of people are superficial, especially with like social media. If you don't appear a certain way, like, or you don't have certain presence, people just don't give you a certain respect that you know you deserve. But it's like once you come into your power and really present yourself as the person you know you are,
you just naturally attract like
and you exude that, like you exude it, because not only do you look like, because you can look good and still be like weak,
facts,
but you should exude how you feel inside on the outside. I truly believe like you should like really reflect your strongness on the internal externally. Like if you feel like you look good, why not get up every day and decide, okay, I'm gonna make sure I look good. Like I'm not gonna lower myself and wear like, you know.
So, I feel the same way. I feel like if you don't believe in the fact that you deserve these things and like you have standards and your standards are real, like people really can relate to your standards and they're realistic. Like sometimes I question myself, like, is it bad if I don't like do this? But I'm like, no, it's not bad, because if I don't want to do it, then I don't want to do it. Like, that's me, my feminine, and setting that boundary with myself, you know, and not overextending myself to be liked or to be wanted. Like,
and it's setting standards for yourself, but it's not always about what you don't want to do. Sometimes it's like, okay, this is a certain standard I have for myself. I'm gonna make sure every day I wake up, make sure I put my lotion, oils on, make sure I smell good, do my hair. Like, you know, make sure I look halfway decent to step out the house, instead of me stepping out, not coming for the shorties with the bonnets, but like instead of me stepping out with a bonnet on, like I'm gonna decide, okay, I'm gonna lay my baby hairs down, do something like small, just so I can walk out looking, you know, presentable, because that's a standard I set for myself.
Right, exactly. And it's not to say that like if you do come out crusty, like you're a crusty shorty, or you know, but it's like if you come out crusty, it's like if you like, it's days where it's like, all right, you gotta go to the store, you looking crusty, or you know, you just like, fuck it, I'm going to work, I'm looking crusty, like whatever.
But if you're always coming out crusty, at some point you gotta call a duck a duck.
You gotta be realistic. Like, okay, if you like, why am I getting, and then also it's not even about getting attention from other people, it's about how you feeling about yourself. Like sometimes like your mood could be down because you're not applying yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like especially as women, like we love to apply, like we love the small things. Like it could just be as lighting a candle and just like taking a bath. Like it don't even gotta be nothing over the top. Like it could just be something so simple,
or simply just having our hair done.
Well, we know, y'all know, like we go through it, like
like hair is very important to Black women. So it's like, I truly believe if you really feel like if you truly are feeling, and I know sometimes some things are like mental illness involvement, so it's kind of like that's hard to like decipher it. I'm not here to do that because I'm not like a psychologist or a psychiatrist, so I'm not even gonna speak on that. But if you're like just sad or feeling down and it's outside of mental illness, then
it's like sometimes you gotta figure out what's holding you sadness. It could be trauma, it could be like anything.
Well, it could just be you look a mess.
That's a fact. Or like your room could be not kept up, or like you just probably over your. For me, it was like I'm over my wardrobe. Like I know for a fact I like my space and like I take care of my space, but I know like, okay, my clothes, like I surpassed, like I outgrew my clothes. I'm not like, you know, and not to say that my clothes like have to like be who I am. Like in order for me to be accepted, I have to wear a certain type of clothes, because my personality and who I am makes me like attract people. But personally, I like fashion. Like I like fashion is definitely another form of self-expression. So it's like if I don't feel secure in my style, then sometimes I just don't feel secure in myself, and like I just be like,
and I'm not gonna be mad at myself because I feel like when I really be sad, it's because I be looking a mess. Like when my hair not done, and I don't really like have them days. Like, you know, when we go out, if I go like more than like 3 days of like just wearing work clothes, and not more than 3 days, but more than 3 weeks of like wearing just like work clothes. Ooh, my bad. I'm gonna be over it. So it definitely, like that transition did help us like set standards and like boundaries. I also would say like it helped us like develop a better perspective like on just life and just everything in general. Like when we were talking about relationships, like I noticed like, okay, I met a guy who promised me everything that I wanted, but he was not able to fulfill those things. Now I have a better perspective on like, okay, until I see it, it's not real.
Right. Exactly. You're able, and then also like not putting your trust, so much of your trust in like one person, and also like. So when, like, especially as single women, like we want relationships. Like we definitely want a relationship. So I feel like understanding, like, okay, we could date, but let's not like settle for one person, and he's not even like
or even not in relationships, like even like a moving situation, like not putting your trust in a situation of like a temporary living situation.
Yeah,
like actually having a set space where it's yours, your name on a lease, or not putting your trust in just anything that isn't solidified. You know, it's like I feel like the transitions that we went through this year really truly like created like a more like, to me, I feel like I'm more
like your personal development.
Yeah, I'm like developed. I'm extremely developed because these transitions were transitions that like I feel like they were like the testing of like everything I learned in like 2021, 2020. Like it's like everything that I was like going through spiritually, all my like tower moments, all came to like a head 2022. And now I just feel like, okay, I'm really like being tested on everything that I learned,
Yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like I'm being tested, but I like the test now. I think now that I gave myself space and to detach, like the test is really just like, it's not even to prove anybody wrong. It's really just proving to myself that I do deserve this thing, and owing to myself. Like every day I wake up, like I owe myself to just be healthy. Like if I could sit here and talk about healthy things and want to consume healthy things, like even my Instagram has changed so much. Like now I'm like following people that I actually want to follow, and like I follow funny shit, like nothing but Black people pretty much. But it's like if I want to consume these like healthy mental, emotional, spiritual things, and I should be that way for myself outside of these things. And it's like now it's like I like the test. It's like it's kind of like a game after a while. Like it's like
yeah, it's like at this point I'm coming to a realization that life is just a continuous test. Yeah, like you just going along with it, and I'm not really gonna take it too I'm not gonna take it too seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like life is already serious enough. People are dying, people are homeless. Like,
I think like your career is something you should take seriously. You take yourself seriously.
Your career is something. I feel like when it comes to career, it's whoever you like. It's your passion. It's what your purpose is. So at the end of the day, if it's yours, it's yours. Whether you fumble it or not, it's gonna be yours. But it's just like, of course, you should take it seriously, but also have fun, enjoy it. Really pursue it with purpose and intention.
Yeah. Fuck it.
But yeah, I feel like transitions are one of them things that it's just each transition you're turning into a new person. Yeah. Or not even a new person, but like a more developed person. Yeah. And like transitions are needed. You have to go through every transition to get to a certain point. But this year, I feel like we're at a point where we're like really like grown.
We're grown. I'm sorry. I feel like after 25. Like this feels more like every year almost is starting to feel closer and closer to grown. Because even I feel like every year after 25 from now, we're gonna be like, damn, we're grown.
Yeah, like, we're grown. But people who's our age that feel like they're 16. That's why I'm like, we really developed ourselves. We really took our time and really like did the work, because we could really be 27 and feel like
and still be like 21
in the brain.
Like, it's crazy. Like, even now, it's 30-year-olds who be, like, still...
Like, are you 30 or are you, like, 5?
Yo, that's why I'm like, we're 20, like, we're 27. And it's, like, I feel like we're confident in our age development because it's natural. Like, we can't escape from our age.
And we're doing the right... Like, I feel like a lot of people, they don't take care of themselves. Yes. They don't take care of their, like, body, mental. They don't do no work spiritually. They have no spiritual connection. They have no real conscience. Yeah. Like, there's no real developmental, like, processing,
They don't have no purpose. When you ask them what they want to do for the year, like, what's their accomplishment, they're like,
But I feel like because we're not like that and we have actual, like, improvement, like actual like improving, you know.
And we've been like this for a minute.
Oh, we ain't been like this.
But we've been like really like into development for a minute.
I would have to say honestly, truly, it wasn't until 2020.
Yeah, 2020 really hit
that
hard.
One conversation.
It really hit hard.
Like, look, I ain't gonna lie to you no more.
Yo, I think we just been natural for a minute.
I feel like we were just like when we were like first met, we were childish.
Yeah, we was lit.
We was just having fun. We was just outside. Like we was childish. Then you went to California. Then you came. Then I was in. You know, we just was children. Like it felt like I go think back to like us at that time. We were literally like we were not thinking.
Yeah, we weren't. We kind of was just like. Kind of like impulsive a little bit.
Yeah, hella impulsive. Just doing shit with no real thought behind it.
Oh shit.
But now I think back to that one conversation we had where I was like, look, we need to be 100 with each other, tell each other the truth. Like, we need to really focus on developing each other seriously. Like, if we're going to be friends, we need to be real friends and not, like, hold each other back. Yeah. Ever since that conversation, I feel like we've been going up and up.
Yeah, that's like we don't enable each other.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I feel like it really, like... Mm-hmm. That's when the development starting to happen.
Yeah. And plus, I feel like, too, what helps is that we both have, like, parents that really, like, helps us grow. Like, I have a mom that could talk, like, as much as, like, it's awkward talking to her about, like, relationships, but when I do talk to her about it, I be like, I feel so much better, like, because I'm able to get, like, I don't look at her as, like, a mom's going to judge me. I look at her as a woman who really experienced
my mom put me on game, okay?
That
look, some of y'all, I saw this tweet where they were saying that some of y'all mamas are sad chicks. Not mine.
Yeah.
So, my mama, she put me on real game. I know side chick game that y'all be having, talk about stealing people niggas.
Yeah, hell no. Selling to be, like, a nigga. No.
Or just fucking with niggas for their money, like, no.
Nah.
Mama put me on some real game. Mm-hmm. So, like...
And it's facts. Like, every time you put you on a game, it's like... You start to see the truth behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Like, dang, girl, you really live. Like... and I'm happy that I'm able to get that type of wisdom from another woman. Yeah. Who's also, like... I feel like my mom is feminine. She tells me how to be a feminine woman. Like, you know... I just think that, like... we are actually developing. And some people on this earth are not. Like, they're not making any changes. They're not deciding, like, okay. Like, some people are not honest with themselves. I feel like we have been very honest to taking accountability for the things that we do. Yeah. And even when we don't...
Shit, even when they're hurt. Like, I'm at a point where it's like... I literally, like, I can't, like, I'm a Pisces sun and Capricorn moon. Like, as much as I want to play delusional and be a victim, but, like, it literally does not work for me, so, like, most of the time. And, like, she tells me, like, you can't play the victim all the time. And, like, I will cry in that moment because I'm really crying.
Yeah, you see, like,
away. Like, I be tight.
Like, you can't play
You can't.
I wouldn't be meaning like that, but I'm really like a Capricorn stemland. Like,
yeah, and I don't mind it.
I'm like, I hope by myself. I be trying like, cause you be talking like when people talk and I know like what I'm about to say is like the truth. I be like, should I say this?
Yeah, but I think it's like what it is that like it's needed because it's like it helps me like I don't internalize like it helps me kind of just see past like okay how she said it which like I look at the actual purpose behind it like okay how is this gonna really make me grow in a few years like and I will look back and be like damn like that was a fact you know and like
exactly people need that I need that shit
and I'm honest with people too I ain't gonna lie I feel like I be honest with my people, like I be honest with my brother, like so. It's just I don't know, like I feel like as much as I cry for sure, but I feel like I'm crying like old versions of me to become better. Like I don't cry until like oh my god, like I'm gonna be a victim forever. Like I really just like I'll cry that out because it's like a part of me was trying to be victim, but it's like I know that it's releasing into a better me.
Exactly, like, and acknowledging the part that you played. Like
exactly, and it hurts, but
girl, it
feels good.
Hurt. It really do. Like I feel like with me personally, I feel like I've developed a different way of like approaching situations. Like instead of me feeling like I have to like completely tell people what they need to do and like give like unsolicited advice. Sometimes I just be like, do you want to hear this?
Yeah.
I have sometimes try to ask before I say. I try my best before
Yeah.
I say, because I know sometimes like my delivery can be like too much, and I don't want to be like somebody's mom. Like I don't want to come off as somebody's mom, but I feel like I don't want to come off as a mom. But if I'm your friend and you doing some stupid shit, I feel like I'm obliged to tell you.
Yeah.
But I'm
facts.
also realizing that we're all adults, you know. So if you do some stupid shit, it's just kind of like
that's on you type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like you kind of just gotta let them do it. And I'm also learning that like
people like learn their lessons on their own time.
Yeah, like you gotta let people do life. And I'm learning with me, I have to like pursue my passion undoubtedly. Like if I want to do it, I gotta do it regardless of like anything, like any engagement, regardless of like what I think, regardless of like who's seeing it. I have to continue to just like do it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm learning to just do it consistently.
And you've been consistent though. I feel like that helps you be more consistent because you're like you'll have your moment, but I feel like you'll put out some shit the next week.
I've been consistent recently, but I wasn't consistent none this month, like none this year. Like I would put out shit barely, like I would put out shit randomly.
Yeah.
I feel like now I'm like on a pattern of just actually being consistent because I'm telling myself like, girl, do it. Like yeah, and I'm not focused on relationships no more. I used to be very focused on like making sure I get a man and like
that shit holds me back.
It holds me back. It really do. Like if I'm
like that shit gonna come back. Like I think what it is because we just never experienced the type of man that we really deserve and want.
Yeah,
we just crave it, and it's like we end up
crave
attracting
something that you never had. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what fucks us up. Is that like, damn, it's so close that we could taste it, but it's not it. Like it's not that formula. But it's like when we let go of like the idea of like romanticizing and actually just being like into what we do and like into ourselves. I ain't gonna lie, it feels better than trying to pursue a relationship.
Honestly,
like,
it feels better than talking to a nigga.
Yeah, it do. Like
I'm
entertaining.
Like I feel like I don't really be having time to really think about that shit. Like I be by the time I get to bed, I'm asleep.
Yeah,
and I'm so happy that I'm at that point in my life because it was at one point where I would like come home from work and just lay in bed and think about the fact that I'm like not like I live alone and like blah blah blah, like going to that whole rant of like, oh, I'm not getting everything I deserve because I don't got no man. Yeah, but like
a man shouldn't be.
It should have been an
because you didn't get this with a nigga. You think about it.
I did this all by my fucking self. When I did have a nigga, I was not doing shit. So
exactly. And it's not even necessarily the man.
It's just you want to be up under them.
Yeah,
you want to be up under them. You forget that you have shit to do. And it's like I've got this far because I didn't have a man. I think that God put me in this position so I can continue to like grow and upgrade my life because.
Cause that man is there. There's somebody already praying for you right now. Like that's like we don't. It's kind of like when we get like. It's like when we think too much about a dude, we forget like how grateful we are without them. Like we lose that, and it's like when we be alone, it's like damn, like you got all this by yourself. You did all this by yourself. You know you are. Yeah, you don't need them.
I don't need them, but I like.
We need men though.
We need them for certain things.
Yeah, but we don't need them to make us happy.
I didn't say all that.
No, we don't, because it's happiness within you.
I mean, I'm happy. I feel like happiness is one of them things where you could choose every day to do it. Like, you can choose every day, like, to be happy. But it'd be some days where I don't choose it because I'm horny.
No, see, it's just your pussy talking. I'm talking about from the heart. Like, we happy alone, but a man will amplify. You know, that dick will be nice. But it's like, bitch, that dick will be nice. But it's the pussy talking. Y'all ever seen the TikToks and it's like the pussy be talking?
Sometimes it'd be nice to come home, have a nigga pick you up, take you on a date. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That do be nice. Passenger princess.
Yeah, that's what you about to do tonight.
I know, but I've been not passenger princess for a minute. I could go right back to to midnight the next day.
You gotta go be passenger princess.
I know. I ain't used to that, but I really like that though.
Girl, you stay with a nigga and stop. She keep making it seem like she's like actually single. This bitch is never.
I am single.
She's never actually single. Like she's never like it's always somebody somewhere trickling around. Always, never feel. And that's okay.
I need to talk to my guy, because why he do this?
Is it God or is it you? Stop talking to God. But it's okay. Maybe, maybe you just want a man. Like, that's probably just something like,
Yeah. But I think I just need to, like, be real about the men. Like, don't romanticize them. Don't try to, like, idealize them. Like, if they cool and they willing to be your friend, just accept it. Like, I'm okay with, like, building friendships with men and stuff like that
Exactly.
now. But I feel like having a man around is cool, but just knowing that I'm still be true to myself. Like, if I want to be alone tonight, accept that I want to be alone.
Yeah.
If I don't want to hang out, accept that. Like, don't try to, like, now I'm learning to not extend myself just to get validation and stuff. Like, it's like, if you confident.
Girl, I don't know how you do it. If I ain't gonna like him, I don't want him around.
Yeah. But I think meeting people, you gotta meet them.
I mean, but even like if I see him and like see him be enough sometimes.
Yeah, that's you. I think for me, I just be romanticizing it. I swear to God, it don't even really be me that like the nigga. It just be like my attachment style.
Is it just I got the same attachment style. All I do is it take me going to Instagram. I see one post, I'm like, oop, that was it. You don't gotta worry about me no more. You ain't gotta worry about me. One post. If you take a post where he got his head down like that, taking pictures like that,
Yeah,
even if I look at the shoes he got on, busted Converse, okay. You ain't gotta worry about me. Damn. It take one little thing. That's why when I like a nigga, I like a nigga because it take one little thing for me not to like a nigga. So for me to actually like you, that mean I really like I really looked at you like, hey, I can give this nigga a chance because it take uno. I keep little booze, but I don't be having niggas around. I don't be chilling.
Yeah, you have booze, but you
I don't be chilling.
Yeah. But shit, listen, transitions always needed.
Yep.
It's always needed. You can't be stagnant for
ever.
Forever. Stagnancy is only good when it helps you get out of it. But if you stagnate for a long ass time and you don't come to your conscious level being like, I have to do better for myself, then it's just like, damn, like no one can help you but you.
Yeah. Well, I guess we should end it. We've been talking for like an hour.
Yeah.
So, yes, this is the end of episode 2. Hopefully, y'all liked it.
Yeah.
We did talk about transitions, but it was
all
about everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. We had a lot going on this year. We kind of wanted to get this episode was to be our catch-up episode to let y'all know everything we had going on.
Yeah.
So we kind of let y'all know everything, the transitions, what happened during those transitions, where we at. We really gave y'all details.
Yeah.
But now we're coming to the end. See y'all episode 3,
season 2, episode 3. It's gonna be
cute. We're gonna talk about episode 3. Let's not tell them.
Yeah. Let's
just say it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
All right, you guys. Bye.
Bye.